Hi friends, Zoey here, and today I'm really excited to talk to you because I'm going to be sharing with you my journey into minimalism, and hopefully this will grant you some helpful tips to help you have a more minimalist lifestyle. So let's get started. So I personally believe that parts of me wanting to strive for that minimalist lifestyle started when I was quite young because I was never spoiled as a child. My parents didn't shower me with presents, and they encouraged us as children to play outside as much as we could. So there we were more attached to building memories and making our own fun out of the outdoors, and I realized at a young age that having something tangible isn't as enjoyable as having a memory or being able to be active and have fun. As I was a teenager too, when computers and the internet started becoming a thing, my parents would only allow half an hour on the computer per day. So that again was us being pushed to play outside, whether this be with the neighborhood kids or on the trampoline or running around. And so I always really valued having social time with my siblings or my friends. And I think that had connected me to, like I mentioned, not being attached to tangible items. Next, as you guys know because I've spoke about this before, I did take a solo Euro trip when I was 20 years old. And I went and stayed with my family in Denmark for quite some time, and there I was exposed to the Scandinavian design, the clean, white, and simple way of things, and in Denmark as a whole, just using as much as you can and having nothing go to waste. And I found it truly inspiring. I remember writing down in my journal, I have never seen such simplicity and never been exposed to this. We were a very minimalist family, I guess, in the sense that we wouldn't go out to eat often, only for special occasions, and our house was never cluttered, but we did have pictures on the wall, like behind me, and things like that. What I was exposed to was this pure minimalism, and same with designs and shops. You may know, if you've ever been there, what I'm kind of getting at here, but if not, I have a tip for you, and that is to go on Pinterest and create a minimalist board in the sense of what a minimalist room looks like. So basically just having your needs, having a couch or just having your bed and having a table with little things on the surfaces, and just keeping and using what you have. And with this simple design comes such a calmness. When there's not clutter around, you will notice that your mind is immediately cluttered. Think to your own room or your own house. When you come home and it's messy after you've had a frantic day, it's just going to add to that stress and that anxiety in your mind. But when you can come home to a clear, light, and airy space, you will recognize that you feel a lot more calm, and that's kind of what really drew me into that Scandinavian design and theme of things, and reusing and using all of your resources and letting nothing go to waste. I then want to touch on another part of my Euro trip, and that was the fact that I carried a backpack around me and lived out of that for a month by myself. And living out of a backpack was perfectly fine for me. I didn't miss items. In fact, I forgot about all the items that I had at home. All different types of clothing, all different types of jewelry that I had become so attached to. And I remember going home and just being surprised, but almost so suffocated by all the things that I did have, that I tried to get rid of even more, even though I had gotten rid of things before I left. I did get rid of more, and I started to be more conscious about what I was buying when I got back, because I decided that I was no longer going to shop for quantity, it was going to be solely quality. After Europe 2, I kind of found my own style of things, and as you may know, I do wear quite a bit of black, so I tend to stick to black. Black works for me, and going forward, when I go shopping and I need something, it will most likely be black or some type of neutral color that goes for everything. So through my Euro trip, I discovered the simplicity, the beauty of simplicity of things from the Scandinavian designs and way of life. And I also discovered that living out of a backpack, I really didn't need all of these items that I had been consuming throughout the years. And when I had moved into my own place and I needed to buy things, did I really need to buy as much as I thought that I did? And then also when I came home, like I mentioned, I felt suffocated by my things, as I felt like I still had too much. So next, as you guys know, I did make a move from BC to Toronto, and in that move I got rid of a lot of things, including my car, my bed, all of this furniture that I bought, like a couch, a fireplace. I had everything that I needed to furnish my own place, and I really got rid of all of it, and it felt amazing. And I remember when I moved out here, I shipped a few bins out here full of clothes and some books that I was attached to. But while I was in Toronto, I lived without those things for about a month, and I was completely fine. That when the bins came in, I was actually surprised that I had chosen not to get rid of some things and have them sent out to me. So that was a big realization as well, and I did get rid of a few more things there. I have moved around a few times in Toronto, and every time I move, as I'm sure you guys can relate, is you notice how much junk you have. You notice how many pieces of clothing that you haven't worn in a long time, and you notice how many little knickknacks or things like vases that you just don't need. And I think once you kind of come to your own personal theme or design or style, you'll realize what works for you. So I really like white things. I promise to do a good little room tour with you guys soon. I do like white, and I like to wear black, so I mean that's technically what I stick to. That is the theme of my life, I guess. And yes, I will be sure to show you that very soon. Everything that I own now is in this small room that I have, which is a great feeling, but I am minimizing more and more every single day. And I have shared a bit with you guys already, so if this is your first video, then welcome, but if not, then I'm definitely going to list my other videos on minimalism below and my journey, and hopefully it will inspire you to make some positive changes. Lastly, I want to talk about veganism, because once I found veganism and I really just jumped right into this plant-based diet, I really noticed that there's such beauty in the simplicity of things. I eat all plants and I feel absolutely amazing. I realize that I can not only survive off of plants, but I can also thrive off of them. And it has changed my life in amazing ways. But through food and through simplifying my diet, I've noticed that I personally feel a lot better, and I have found more comfort in the simplicity of things and felt really awesome the more and more negative, kind of bulkier things I can get rid of, if that makes sense. So through minimalizing what I'm eating, like not consuming all different types of meat products or dairy products, just mostly sticking to fruits and vegetables and whole grains, I have found that eating more simply has given me the desire to live even more and more simply every single day. So now, in present times, as you know, I am getting rid of things every single day. I have been reading books like The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, which I will be sharing in my July favorites, and I've really been trying to listen to as many different talks, as many different minimalist channels there are out there, just to gain as much information and inspiration I can to minimize my life. My end goal, like I mentioned, I am on a journey, and minimalism can be all different types of things for all different types of people. Minimalism can be in your diets just strictly specifically, as if you're a vegan, or it can be you really appreciate a minimalist capsule wardrobe, or you really appreciate a minimalist theme to your home. Minimalism can be all sorts of different things. So whatever it is for you, just live by that. Me personally, my end goal is to be able to only have the items that I need to live a happy life, and also just minimize enough that if an adventure were to call for me, I could get up and leave, and it wouldn't be difficult, and it would be obviously a very easy decision to make, and I wouldn't have a lot of responsibilities weighing down on me here in the form of tangible items. So this is where I'm at so far, and I thought it would be beneficial to share with you guys, because maybe you'll be able to pull out different insights from my story or be able to connect with me in different ways. Be sure to leave me a comment down below and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and give me a thumbs up if you want to see more minimalism videos, because I'd be more than happy to share with you and share my progress with you. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!